Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Hello, Masha. First in, mate. How you doing, dude? We are just getting cracking. I just tried to get some UHU glue out and failed miserably. Like, it wasn't the right UHU glue. I had it in my drawer for ages. I was like, oh, I'm going to add some of this to my crabs. It turns out this is the textile version, so I think that's a fail. Hey, Syncmaster, welcome in. We don't have, I don't think we've got sound alerts sorted yet on this platform, so yeah, it's a bit weird. Let's see how we get on, eh? Bit different. There's a couple of different things that you can do. I have got, so all of the emotes and everything are available through the join now. So they now have YouTube memberships, which come with a load of perks and stuff, which is, the perks are like a lot better than Twitch perks. So there's, wait, oh, sound alerts do work. Waste Yellow, welcome in, dude. So I will show you the finished crab. He is finished, and this is what it looks like, and he's still a little bit wet because oils still haven't fully dried, but this is what we were going with. So we've got some very rusty minging knights, we've got some freehand on the shields. I'm literally filming a YouTube video about this, and I've just basically done all the footage now. And I just need to compile everything together and put it up. So which is going to be tonight, I think. We'll put up the full video for this crab. But today is the first of our Thursday hobby times. And we're going to be painting this smaller, slightly smaller brother, I think. I think they're about, yeah, he's a little bit smaller, isn't he? But he's a bit more pointy. He doesn't have as big a claw. And in terms of like freehand and stuff like that, I've got less shields to deal with, and I've got a floppy flag rather than a full flag. So this crab's not full flag, which is good. So it gives me a little bit more room. This one gives me a lot of room to work with. This one doesn't, so I think I'm just going to do some very basic symbols and stuff on that one. This guy does have a really big mushroom sticking out of him. I'm not actually entirely sure I like that, but I'm going to go with it. We've also got, I did a little turnip on this one as well at the bottom. I just painted it a little bit orangey, purpley stuff as well, so that's good. Hello, Ben Speak, welcome in. So let's mount our crab. I've got a little bit of blue tack on this old Games Workshop device, and I'm going to try and get him on there without snapping anything off. The only problem with like doing a lot of converted 3D printed stuff. Hey, what's going on? What was that? Syncmaster has become an initiate squid. There you go. Welcome to the cult. There you go. Awesome. Thank you so much, Syncmaster, once again for all your support, dudes. A couple of people have come over from Twitch, where I usually stream, is the first. There you go, he's got the emotes. Awesome. There you go. So Initiate Squid is, I think that is the cheaper than a normal subscription from Twitch option. Just check for me that you can enter and you can see the memberships and all of that stuff, like, because it's now opened up a community section for you. So I'm going to be doing like regular update posts and stuff like that of the projects that I'm working on. So let me see if you A, saw the video that I made yesterday, and B, what you think. I've put 3 tiers up on there at the minute. So tier 1 is like get emotes, you get access to a few bits and bobs. Tier 2, you get loads more stuff, and then tier 3, I'm going to do some monthly tutorials dedicated for the people who want to enjoy that, basically. So I started doing one-to-one painting classes, basically, and I thought I'd offer that to like tier 3 members as like a member exclusive thing, so they can like vote on what they want to learn. Basically, I'll like go over oil washes, or I'll go over how to do glazing or something like that, you know. So we've got a lot of turnip stuff to cover. Just quickly show you how Solaire came out from yesterday. So I've not taken any pictures yet. I'm going to finish him off on Friday's Twitch stream. I think all that needs doing to him is a couple of little cheeky highlights. I might remove a little bit more of the oil, because this is like fully dried, because you can't really see all that cross-hatching and stuff that we did on the cloth. But I think he kind of looks like how he should in the game, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. Where I went with the crab, I'm going to try and follow along, and I'm going to start off with some of the minging greens, so get all the barnacles and stuff done. You did see the video, awesome. But I saw somebody called Chris Draft say something. Hello, welcome in everybody. Hopefully we've got some new people who haven't been to our Twitch. We're usually live on Twitch Wednesdays and Fridays, but I've started doing, this is the first one, first day streams. Do a bit of hobbying along with me, hang out, say hi. We have a Discord community, all the bells and whistles. I'm going to do like an exclusive members only Discord bit for the YouTube people as well. So do check that out if you want to support the channel. I do this full time, and I'm trying to do content creation as well now. So I do 3D printing, commission painting, and I'm trying to push my content creating up to the next level now. It needs to be done. So let's get some, just looking for like a green, like a pale green. I used dead flesh on the other crab. Just for those of you who just joined us, here's the crab that's going to be in the tutorial. He is, basically the oils are just still drying a little bit, but this is where we're at. We did some freehand, lots of crabby goodness. Everything's nice and dark and dingy. I've stuck the corpse onto the back as well. I reckon that these guys talk to the corpse, because it's got root growing through it, right? So I've done like some white sort of mycelial stuff on here. Message retracted from Chris there. Like, I don't know, why is that done that? Hey Chicken Sandwich, welcome in, dude. Howdy how, Scatman, welcome in. Yeah, though this is a lot of fun using oils. Everything just looks nice and gritty and grimy and horrible, and that's exactly what we want for this. And I think I'm going to really sort of adopt this style for a lot of like stuff, because I'm going to be painting up some like Dark Souls things and different bits and bobs as we go on, sort of thing. So today we're painting his double, his sidekick crab. I think I probably could have got a third guy on here actually when I'm looking at it. There's quite a lot of space there, so I may come back and add something in that space on the howdah. I'm thinking maybe I had to change my name to Chicken Sandwich from Chris. Oh, that was you, was it? Oh yes, fair enough, mate. Yeah. For YouTube related reasons. No worries, guys. No, appreciate that. I know I don't really want to spread you guys too thin, those of you who come over from Twitch. Like, if you do want to support me on YouTube going forwards, I am slowly going to move over to YouTube fully. Okay, so that's why I've put the membership program out there for you guys. It's going to come with loads of different perks and options. So yeah, I'll mention it a few times throughout the stream, because if you want access to like the emotes and stuff like that, that's how you're going to go for the membership. I may decrease the price of the initial membership, but I thought it'd be better to have it at around cheaper than a normal subscription from Twitch. And then we can start doing like member giveaways and things like this. So let's get into things. I did dig out my battle dress green the other day. And we're actually using, this is Streamlabs' own music software at the minute. So it's actually not bad. I thought it would be a lot worse than this. I'm kind of impressed. This is literally just their synthwave playlist on Streamlabs. Right, here we go. So camouflage green is what I'm going to be using from Game Colour. Do have a little bit of that on the palette already. And then I'm going to take that and mix it with probably Iroko from Scale 75. Like, I tend to just mix stuff all the time. So if anybody wants to know a particular recipe, you're going to be hard pressed without watching the video back. So I think it was Chicken Sandwich actually on Twitch who clipped something yesterday. If you can, guys, as well, just drop us a like. So how YouTube works is like likes and chat and comments and stuff like this help get the video out to people. So if you can drop me a like, that would be fantastic. So let's get cracking with this. Let's get this camouflage green mixed in. I want a nice like mottled green tone. The barnacles. I think I want the greens to come through a little bit more on this crab than the other crab, so I'm going to bear that in mind. We're going to have a little touch of purple on these models as well in the form of the mushrooms. So you know me, I do like to add a little bit of squid purple in there. And what better way to do that than some mushrooms, okay? So I'm just going to like do some dotting as well. So I'm going to have a full YouTube breakdown of how I have done this scheme coming out tonight. So if you're not able to watch all of this live stream, then you can check out that full tutorial. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think, to be honest, of how I'm doing it. I'm not the best video editor. I'm like trying to learn as I go along. But the more you do, the better you get, right? So I wanted to keep things relatively simple to start off with. Random sticky up hair thing. If anybody is in the chat and also hobbying along with me today, please, you're more than welcome to share your work. There is a link in Discord, and we will do a little show and tell if you'd like. Happy to bring up anything and showcase it for you guys. How are you getting on anyway, Chicken Sandwich? What's happening with you this afternoon? What's the difference for you guys who regularly watch stuff on Twitch? Have you noticed any particular differences? Also, is the sound levels and everything okay? Just going to be stippling this nice little green colour, pale green colour across everything, getting all the barnacle bits. I might add a little bit more red as well. So we did on the other crab, we highlighted up with mixing in some paler tones with oranges. Sort of like crisp out those sharp edges a little bit. we don't get too bombarded with saxophones here. Yeah. I mean, that's good for me, I guess. I mean, we need to add features, okay? So this is literally the first stream, so I need to research like what features we can add to YouTube Live. Because stuff like Gandalf sax and things, you know, it might be like copyrighted or whatever, so we've got to be quite careful as to what we utilise. So I've gone with not using any of it to start with. You don't get channel points, so I guess that's like a thing straight away. So you're like, I hope they add features like that in the future, but I'm guessing we can just like add stuff like /say and things like that. It would be quite funny. Well, we're just going to enjoy some synthwave tunes and just peacefully paint a crab. I really do appreciate you joining me and hanging out with me this afternoon. It does mean an absolute huge amount to me, because this is like the direction I want to take the channel slowly. And I want to work on stuff like dioramas and things. Like, I've been wanting to do it for a while. I've managed to like get myself out of the general Games Workshop hype, which kind of feels good. I'm not really getting the FOMO anymore. I used to get quite a lot of like Games Workshop FOMO over like new releases and things and all of that jazz. It's kind of how they get you, to be honest, with like engineered scarcity and all this sort of jazz. So I think I'm going to try and focus my efforts more on, if I'm not working on a commission, obviously I am a full-time commission painter where I can. I've just had a commission pushed back by 2 weeks, which is unfortunate, but that's like the release schedule of Star Wars Shatterpoint is a little bit of a rascal, so what can you do? I think the product gets sent over to the UK from the US. Oh yeah, feeling good. I think I will paint some Games Workshop stuff. Like, one of the Warcry box sets was actually tickling my interest. So they've got a new I think it's Warcry. They've got a new one coming out. Lack of reactions is disappointing. Sorry. I mean, what can we do? So add a reaction. So there's like emotes. Let's have a little look. You've got super chats, stickers. We can make some custom stickers, I guess. I think we will be able to have access to custom stickers at some point. Foiled your sax train madness, yeah. Start a Q&A, start a poll. Okay, that's good. We can do both of those things. Yeah, not entirely sure what options we have available to us at this moment. From viewer's perspective, with most of YouTube stuff, is costs pounds, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at what available things there are for like commands, because I'm sure there'll be like command bots that we can add. But I'm only going to do a YouTube video, like live video, once a week. The other ones will be 2 Twitch streams on a Wednesday and a Friday, so you'll get all of that jazz. If I could do like multicasting, I would do that, but because I signed an affiliate agreement with Twitch, I can't actually do multicasting. But we're gonna probably paint like more of the wacky and wonderful things on the YouTubes. side of things. Maybe focus on some of my own projects as well. So it gives me a bit more room to explore and have fun with the hobby. Maybe try and teach you guys some bits and bobs as I go. Okay, so this guy is very much more, there's a lot more green on him, which I'm happy with. I've gone for more of a paler green because I want it to come through quite strongly. Don't begrudge you for getting some more cash flow in. Yeah, well that's the thing, that's why I think the membership smasher is more beneficial than the Twitch sub, because the Twitch sub doesn't really do anything now, right? What you get on a Twitch sub was like ad-free viewing. Thanks for doing that, Scat. Yeah, you were getting ad-free viewing, and now that's not the case because they've added that thing. So they've added like a new software thing, so you have to like pay for like a YouTube partnership thing. It's similar to that, where it'd be like a subscription service, and then that removes all ads. But that's another $5.99, $6.99 a month or whatever it is, and that's all you get. So I can add perks to the membership. So definitely curious to see what you all think anyway as we move forward with this, because I know that Twitch isn't for everybody either, so it's one of those. You've got to strike a balance between the two. Or I might just stick to live streaming on Twitch, we'll see. I mean, we'll just test the waters, right? Right, so I've just taken a little bit of... Go back to lurking. Alright, mate, no worries. Appreciate the lurk, dude. Right, we're gonna start highlighting up all of these little spiky bits, spines. What I've done is, because I used Gryph-hound Orange through the airbrush, I've actually mixed in a little bit of a flesh tone with the Gryph-hound Orange. So I put a bit of Gryph-hound Orange on the palette, grabbed the flesh tone that I already had sat there on the wet palette, because why not reuse stuff where we can. And then I'm just coming in and adding those highlights. Now, I'm not going too hard with it, and I want it to look as realism is what I'm going for, right? So it's a pale flesh tone mixed in with contrast or Gryph-hound Orange, and it's just got a nice like tone. So this has been the weirdest song from Streamlabs that we've had so far. We've got a free bit of music. Might add a little bit more of the green to this claw as well. There's a couple of like nice tasty barnacles to pick out. Hello, Rick Lacey, welcome in, dude. Looking icky, yeah. Well, here's the finished crab. A little sneak peek. A little sneak peek at his big boy brother. So there's going to be a full YouTube video on him coming out tonight. I just need to edit it. The most difficult bit. Yeah, on this one. I'm trying to go a little bit more minging and a little bit more barnacle crusted green bits. I'm gonna have to buy some UHU glue because I thought I had some proper UHU glue, and I want to like add some strands of gore. There's no varnish on it at the minute, no varnish on the other crab right now. It's literally the oils, because I used oil wash So the oil wash has been drying. It's been drying overnight, and it's still taking quite a bit of time to sort itself out, right? Because I went quite thick, like I really slapped that oil wash on. But I'm excited though, I'm really enjoying it. I really liked how the metals came out on the other crab as well. And I'm actually quite keen to see how that looks on my infantry. So the next video I'm going to do is probably going to be on the squad. So I'm going to get the infantry squad out, my fodder, and I want to do a melee fodder unit as well. But I'm just going to try and get what I've got built painted first, and then I'll do some follow-up units for them. Never tried oils. I've done the UHU thing a bit for some monster drool, but I'm a bit scared to go bigger. Well, yeah, I don't really know. I've not, like I said, I've never used it myself, UHU. I had a look in my drawer and found some, but it's the wrong stuff. I think that one that I've got is designed for putting tiles on. It's like a masonry glue. I didn't even know that UHU did that, but it's been sat in a cupboard for so long. The one that I want is like the gel one, right? And then we can add some like little bits of gore coming from the crab's mouth, maybe coming from the spear as well, because like obviously these guys stab the victims and hold them into place so that the crab can eat them. It's probably why the crab puts up with them, really, is because he gets fed. So what's your Rick Lacey? What's your faction? What's your cult for Turnip? Or whatever you what are you working on at the minute in the hobby? I think after this Turnip army's done, I may have a look at doing a Mordheim warband. Because I'm quite enjoying kit bashing, and now I do a lot of 3D printing. It sort of really lends itself to that, because I can just get what I want when I need it. Beautiful circle of nature. Yeah. I don't know like how fast the chat is on this. Like, is there a 30-second delay? Is there a 20-second delay? I don't think it says. I love the Charybdis, but I've got a big proboscis too I want to get to the table. So what have you done with your proboscis? Have you gone like for a giant mosquito type thing? That's the thing as well, there's so many cool cults in this now that I'm debating doing another cult and going like a different direction with it, because I'd like to do a squid cult as well. So there's like an official squid channel army with its own sort of theme, which will be like more about cultists and giving me some Shadows over Innsmouth vibes, if that makes sense. You know, like a bit more fishy. It's about 30 seconds lag or so. Okay, that's not too bad. We can deal with that. We can live with that. I did have like an event list thing, so we're just sort of thinking like this is the first proper YouTube live right now, so we're just figuring stuff out. I want to add some more features. I want to make it more fun and interactive for you guys, because like I usually stream on Twitch Wednesday and Friday at the same time, So if you do want to join us on that, you're more than welcome to do so, but I know that it's not for everybody, so that's why I wanted to do some more YouTube lives. But the good thing about Twitch is it has like cool things like channel points which you can redeem for like sound effects and just generally annoy me with saxophones and stuff, which is what chat tends to like to do on there. But I think I just need to do some research and figure out what there is available. My Charybdis, so 3D printed mammoth. Oh my god, I want to see that. That sounds awesome. My Charybdis whelps are shrimp riders. They look super dumb. That sounds pretty fun. Shrimp riders, like, yeah. I'm thinking like, what am I gonna do for cavalry, right? That's a really smart idea. Or you get like loads of small crabs, turn them sideways, right? So the cavalry moves this way, yeah, and just have loads of smaller crabs with like a guy riding smaller crabs. I don't know if that'll work. As soon as my hobby stuff is out of the boxes, I'll start my carrot people. Awesome, dude. This is why this game's so good, because it's so creative. Like, seriously, we've already got shrimp cavalry. Some of them prawns. They're fucking prawns. Yeah, you could do a prawn, tiger prawns. Tiger prawns would be pretty good. The deadly tiger prawn. They could be like the bastards. Tiger prawn riders. Big chunky monsters. So you're doing a bit of hobbying. Anybody doing any hobbying along with me this afternoon? That is awesome. Actually, we're not yet into the afternoon yet. We're still actually only on at 11:30, so it's all good. We'll go probably till about 3 o'clock today, chat. So you know, you're welcome to hang out, chill out. That's what we're here for with this video. Listen to some free music from Streamlabs, which I'm actually quite impressed with. Usually we listen to Spotify, synthwave, or like chilled lo-fi, or whatever it might be, or some banging tunes. On Friday we do a little bit of a jukebox, so if you want to join us on Twitch, you're more than welcome to do so and join the jukebox. I've also been painting up this miniature on started painting him on Wednesday's Twitch stream, and this is Solaire, if anybody recognised this guy. He is the bestest boy. Praise the sun. We've just done a oil wash, and I basically just removed a lot of the oils from him last night and just done a little bit more sort of tidying up on him basically. But yeah, I think I may just remove some more oils, and then we need to do some highlights. So he's going to be finished off on tomorrow's Twitch stream. Where am I broadcasting from? I'm very close to Manchester. Well, we're in Cheshire, UK, Cheshire. Will I do some 40k bat reps in 10th edition? I liked your 9th edition ones. We'll see. I haven't sold all my 40k, so we may very well do. I mean, I might as well try it, right? Before I completely sell all my stuff. I've got a Salamander's army, I've got a Minotaur's army, I have all the bits and pieces here to do a Eldar army. Like, I have a massive load of stuff for Eldar, which I was thinking of either raffling, giving away for charity, or just trying to generate some funds for the channel, because I could kind of do with a new camera, to be honest. And they ain't cheap, so might have to sell off some of that Eldar. But I do have a Salamander's army. Most of it's 30k, so I did design it for 30k, but I can kind of play 10th edition with it, right? If I'm going to go down that route. I also have a load of Age of Sigmar stuff. So I have Blades of Khorne, Khorne Demons. which again I could use in 10th, I could use those in 40k, but that's the joy of using demons, right? But they were designed for 30k, because in 30k demons you can kind of like do whatever the hell you want, which I thought was really good, really quite fun. I like it when you can kit bash, you know, where you can just have some fun, grab some ideas, splurge them out into paint form, and just go mad with it. Just enjoy yourself. But I do like the look of Age of Sigmar again at the minute. I've always sort of like dabbled in Age of Sigmar, and I've got an Idoneth Deepkin army literally sat in a box, right? I've built a fish. There you go. There's a shark. I've literally built a shark. That's it. They're so nice, actually. They're really nice. It's the evening here in Hong Kong. Oh, welcome, and hi from Hong Kong, Rick Lacey. Thank you for joining us. I'm basing some modern US infantry while waiting for some friends to arrive. Awesome, dude. And praise the sun to you too. That's fucking awesome, dude. What kind of stuff are you? You know, are you going to be using that in a game system? Are you just like enjoying just doing the hobby? Bit of building and painting. Appreciate you hanging out with me this afternoon. Well, this evening for you. Just about to hit lunchtime. I've had a massive bowl of porridge with banana and stuff like that before I started the stream, so I would at least have something in my stomach to keep me going till 3 PM. Okay, I think we're nearly there with the crab's carapace, you know. I think I will just add a little bit more green, because if I compare the two crabs, we've got the barnacles, there's not a huge amount of green still on him. You know, there's a little bit of that coming through. While on him, I've gone a lot harder with the green dabbles and splotches. Like mosses and growths and things that are coming off him. So that's a win. I might just grab a little bit on yellow. I'm just going to grab a little bit of yellow, and I'm just going to try and just catch the tops of a lot of the barnacles and things with this yellow. Maybe just add a little bit of this yellow element in as well. More of a brown yellow, to be fair. Those greens and oranges work really well. Well, mate, I literally just picked some. I went on the internet and I found a load of pictures of mud crabs. So I've literally just gone mud crab, pick colour scheme, let's do it. And I'm really like happy with how they come together. And like when the oil wash goes down, everything gets pulled together, right? So even though like these edge highlighting here is quite sharp, once the oils are down, it's gonna like smooth out really nicely, you know what I mean? Yeah, dude. Oh, mate, the freehanding was a lot of fun. I may have just snapped. Oh man, that's gonna happen a lot, I think. Old impaled guy. Maybe just snap that off. Whoopsie! Flipping gluing stuff with super glue, it always snaps. I've got some vague aspirations to design a modern warfare game similar to Crossfire. I don't know Crossfire, no, but that sounds really cool, mate. Like if you did like a skirmish game with like CQB, that'd be pretty cool. You know, like you could literally get some really interesting terrain, like bunkers or like tankers, like sea tank. You know, that'd be pretty interesting. And do like special forces on special forces. I kind of like the sound of that. It sounds a little bit like Infinity. If you've seen, check out Infinity the game, Rick. But that's like sci-fi, right? That's really, really high sci-fi Infinity. But if you're going to go for like modern era stuff, that'd be pretty sick. Cheers, Josh. No, appreciate that. Right, now we've done the bits on here. I'm just going to grab a little bit of black, and we're just going to do the eyes. So eyes, I looked at so many pictures of crabs to be like, okay, are there any cool different variations on crab eyes, right? Nothing. They're all black. They all have a black beady eye. So literally undercoat it black, and then I'll put a dot of white for like a shine. Nothing too elaborate. To be honest, I could probably put a little bit of gloss varnish on it. Like, if you look at the crab's eyes on this guy, they look quite shiny at the minute. But when I've matte varnished it, that'll all go. So if I, once the matte varnish is down, get some gloss varnish, and just brush a bit of gloss varnish on, and I can make that crab eye stalk look nice and shiny and poppy. For those of you who are new here, my name's Tom. I'm a full-time commission painter / 3D printer, and now I'm trying to do content stuff for YouTube. I have done a lot of stuff with my mates, but I'm really trying to push doing stuff solo now, and that's the general direction of the channel. So we're going to be focusing a lot on painting, hobby time, and get the occasional cheeky game in where I can. I do tend to play a lot more like skirmishy games. So I'm quite mad on Marvel Crisis Protocol, if anybody's played that. That was probably my last game, was Marvel Crisis Protocol. And then I do really like Turnip28. I can't wait to get my first game of that in. I filmed 3 games. So I've been the guy behind the camera, if you've seen any of the Squidzilla battle reps. So I want to sink my teeth in and actually get a game in with my army once it's finished. But then I want to like start branching out and doing some other stuff. So I've got a friend who plays a lot of Bushido, which is another really nice like skirmish game. Bushido's miniatures are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. So I'd really like to have a go at that. So he is like kind of like a demo guy, like a press ganger, if anybody remembers Privateer Press, for Bushido. So I need to talk to him about that. So after the stream, I need to message him and basically just say, yo, do you want to come over? Do you have, because I'm happy to paint stuff for him. Like if he hasn't got a full demo army, like I'm happy to, if he wants to give me an army to paint for Bushido, right? Because that'd be quite good. And then we could do some content with that as well. But that'd be fun. Crossfire has no set turns and no range measuring. You can move stuff as much as you like until you get something shot at. Very interesting. If you like Infinity for the reactions, oh okay. I might have to have a look at that, dude. I do actually really like Infinity because the reactions, the AROs from Infinity are really fun. They're like quite unique as a system. It's not like you go, I go, you go, I go. It's you go, move your model up. If one of my guys can see your model, I get a reaction. So I get to shoot you, I get to dodge, move. So it's never truly not your turn, basically. You have to be switched on. It's an intense game. But if Crossfire's like that, that sounds awesome. Like Modern Warfare version of that. Then it's all just about like special ops units, like having better reactions and what abilities the people have got. Have you managed to get the flank on somebody? Other games I've kind of got my eye on are I've always loved Warhammer Fantasy, chat. Always loved Warhammer Fantasy. So I have a Bretonnian army. I'd love to get the Bretonnians out, and it would give me an excuse to finish them as well, because I've got some Grail Knights I've not finished. I've got, all of these bodies from this army came from my Bretonnians. because they were just sat there. I wasn't doing anything with them. So I've literally pulled them all off, stripped them, chopped them up and put the turnip heads on them. And so all of my archers, all of my men-at-arms infantry units, I've still got a load of them built and painted and stuff. But like all of the ones that I hadn't finished have been turned into Turnip28 stuff. Just to try and recycle and reuse your models, really. Like, especially in, like, I wanted to turn my fantasy army to Kings of War, but I don't really know anybody who plays Kings of War around here. So I've put my Bretonians on square bases, for, on like movement trays for now. But we may have more Hammer Old World maybe coming back, so let's see what happens. I'd definitely play it. Like, I absolutely loved it. Right, crab is highlighted, and as best we're going to do at the minute. I want to just do the eye. This isn't like a display paint job, right? So I do a lot of, like, as a commission painter, I do a lot of display painting. What I mean by that is like painting models up to like the nth degree. Like, if anybody has seen the Thanos that I just painted, I sank probably about 22 hours into him. You know, so you can really go nuts with display painting. So what I'm trying to do is do something that's I'm going to enjoy, because I like highlighting. That's my thing. I really enjoy like the final steps on a model, like taking it up to that really pretty bit. But painting turnip stuff, it's really different, isn't it? You know, a whole bunch of my turnip stuff is old Warhammer Fantasy plastics. There you go, smart man there. Tried one-page rules. I haven't. New Games Workshop, I think they are getting better, but they still a bit long for me. One-page rules fixes that, dude. I'm gonna give it a go. I have a friend who has a Orcs and Goblins army he's working on, so I might just see, like, do you want to play one-page rules and see how that goes? That sounds pretty fun. Alright, so if anybody in chat wants to also drop a like onto the live stream, I think that will help YouTube stuff do its algorithmic juice and help promote the stream out a little bit more. That'd be awesome sauce. There we go. Right. I think we'll do the wood next. What I did for the wood last time was a very pale wood colour. So I'm going to try and just dig that out real quick. I think I used like sandalwood or something very similar. I've got so many paints on my desk, it's unreal. I'm like a person that proper like just thrives in mess usually. Like, I can find paints. Usually I'm like, I remember it was behind the water pot, and then I'm like, oof, there we go, found it. Light skin tone, or need the rust colours for the metals later. Got some yellows. I might go with this heavy brown. I think I might use the heavy brown tone. I think that was definitely used. It's got a bit more of a green tinge to it though. Try some Iroko as well. Get some different colours down on my palette. I really need to get some more sheets for the Studio XL. If anybody has a wet palette out there, I've got a Redgrass Games wet palette and the Army Painter wet palette. And I've been using the Army Painter one a lot recently, but it's just because I've run out of the sheets for the Studio XL. and they're a bit pricier, so I am stingy, so we've got to go with that. Let's go. So I'm going to mix in a little bit of this Iroko colour with some heavy brown, and we're just going to use that to start painting the woods. So I wanted the woods to come across as like more of a plywood, like cheap wood, because I'm thinking in the far-flung Napoleonic future that this is, there's not going to be a lot of trees knocking about really, so what they've got is going to be just bits of old houses or whatever they can get their hands on, right? And if there are some trees, they'll probably be like rotted old things. For those of you who just joined, we do have a Discord community as well. So if you want to join Discord, I think the link is in the description of the video. Just going to get this down pretty quick. These little howdah pieces I ended up 3D printing from some other bits that I've got, like other files. I think it's from a Vesna Sculpts watchtower, so trying to just reuse as much as I could. Rick says my wet palette is baking paper on a top of kitchen roll. Yeah, that's mate, that's what I used to use as well. The Army Painter wet palette is really good. I will say that it is worth the money. It's like £8 to £9, and I've had this for about 4 years now. I've only had to change the sponges 3 times because I sort of keep on top of it, and I change it and wash it out every now and then. You mustn't let your wet palette sit for too long, obviously, because it's going to start rotting and you'll get loads of like slime mold and stuff in it, which is not good. Especially if you're a brush licker, you probably don't want to be licking any of that slime mold up. I like how pale this comes across. We've only got 2 shields on the front of this one for freehand, so I'm going to probably put the crab symbol on this one. So we'll do the Knights of the Charybdis symbol on that one, which is going to be same as the Feast of the Charybdis, but with some added swords. D Walker, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for stopping by on this crab journey, or this turnip journey, shall we say. Nothing like that Nurglish taste of realistic mould green. Yeah, Papa Nurgle gets its claws into you. Ah, I saw like this YouTube short this morning, which was like some Japanese scientists used a slime mold to more efficiently map the subway system in Tokyo, and like I was just like, what? And I watched the video, and like how they did it was they put like oats throughout like where all the stations were on like a maze. So like where all the stations would be for each stop on the subway, and then they would put like a big chunk of food in the center where like the main the main hub in Japan is for the train station. So then they put the slime mold on there, and it was amazing. It sort of like, it grew out and got to all of the bits of food, and then it remapped itself and remodeled itself to most efficiently space out its networks of mycelia. I was blown away. Like, that is, the guy was saying that that is the best example of cellular intelligence. I was like, dude, very, very cool. But obviously Japan's already built their subway, so following a slime mold's instructions on how to remap it probably isn't in their best interests for now. But it'd be very cool to see them like utilize that to other ways. I just had a guy message on Instagram, "Sun be praised," for the message of the Solaire. It's fantastic. Alright. Is the Zoom and everything okay for you guys? Like, any feedback is appreciated. It's my first YouTube live. Like I say, I tend to stream on Twitch. Like, all my streaming experience has been on Twitch. I want to add more value for you guys. So at the minute I've just put up the membership program. And I'm going to be really adding to that and focusing on that. And that's essentially like, for like, I think it's the cheapest one, you get access to all of the custom emotes that I've got, priority on comments and some stuff, and then from there it just goes up and up and up. I'm going to start offering out some private live stream classes where we can go over whatever topic you want, really. I can teach you how to paint. That'd be quite fun. Alright, so we've hit that wood. We don't need to do a huge amount to the wood, to be fair, because like and things look very bland until the oil wash gets over, right? That's the simplicity of doing this oil wash technique. Like, I really don't need to do a lot here. I could just like add a little bit of green into this, right? Just to add some moldy elements in. You know, stuff like that. Just comes across as a little bit minging. And then we'll just keep going. So next steps would be, let us do the metallics, I guess, and then we can go from there. Hey dude. Hey Munchie, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by, my dude. How you finding YouTube? It's a bit different to Twitch, isn't it? Flesh Cloud, welcome in, dude. Good sir, I'm looking for some turnip-based paints. Which brand has the most nip in it? What's the best pigment to nip ratio, in your opinion? Your music's a bit loud for your speakers. No worries, I'll just adjust that. Like I say, first time using this, so any feedback on the volume, anything like that. So I'm using Streamlabs Music because it's free. And what do I need to do to fix that? Streamlabs Music. Jesus. That scared the hell out of me. What the hell? There you go. I think that's probably better. I'm sorry if I scared anybody then. I opened up, add it as an audio source. Well, that's smart. I could just do that. Let's go Streamlabs music as an audio source, and then I can control it from there. Streamlabs music successfully added to the source. Okay. But it disappeared. Where did it go? We now have no music. We did a thing. Okay. I want to shake myself. Like, what did you do? Maybe I'll figure this out at a later date. We'll reopen that. I'll remove that for now. Be gone, and then we'll be back painting momentarily. I'll catch up with chat in a second. There we go. Alright, we'll just go with that for now, chat. Boom. Right, we're back in it. Okay. YouTube is okay. I'll answer your question in a sec, Flesh Cloud, because I'll have to think about that. YouTube's okay if you use Kick. People seem to be jumping all over the place. Yeah, because Twitch has really like screwed everybody over. I'll go into that in a minute. Kick's offering insane payouts for minimal followers, but there's not a lot of stuff to watch there unless you want to see the new 40k set over and over. Yeah, like, and there's a lot of false things with Kick. Jump scares and fixed audio, the best of both worlds. I don't know if a few of my favourite streamers have migrated with painting minis. Yeah, a few like Alchemist models has gone over there. A few other people. Now, one thing I don't think anybody's bared in mind is that Kick has been paying Twitch to basically use a rip of their software. So Twitch is hosting Kick, right? So your money is still going towards Twitch and therefore Amazon. So to me, I'm not going to use Kick. I have a YouTube channel. I'm going to utilize YouTube. I know it doesn't have all the best bells and whistles that that we have on Twitch, like the sound alerts and all of the fun bits and bobs, but I'm sure we can figure out how to add them. And if anybody has any ideas on cool, fun things for YouTube, please let me know, because I'm not great at this stuff. I'm learning as you guys do, right? This is my first proper YouTube live. I have done one before, but that was like last year, and I can't really remember, so I had to like redo all my settings and everything. But like, for, you know, from what I know at the minute, we've got memberships set up, which are better than Twitch subs because you get more things. I've added loads of value to them, so it depends on your budget. So like the custom emotes and stuff, they're available there at the minute, and the more members you get, the more emote slots you get. So we'll add some stuff like that, but I want to add some more like engagement things like /say or whatever, but we'll figure it out, guys. The software uses Amazon software, but it's self-hosted. I'm not too sure, Flesh, like when I looked it up online, because I did my research on the different platforms, like where to move to, and that's what I thought. That's what I read basically. But if you know anything else, like, you know, share it. Please share it. I'm a curmudgeon. Sound alerts are not a selling point, but I realise they're good for getting cash. Yeah, is what it is. I mean, the sound alert stuff on Twitch was free. That was the main thing. Like, we had channel points. Okay, so I had the squid doubloons as my channel points, and you could redeem those to like scare the shit out of me with the saxophone, or just say hi or whatever. You know, there's a couple of options on there. But I'm still going to stream on Twitch Wednesday and Friday. So Thursdays is dedicated YouTube day for those of you who don't like Twitch, and you know, we'll meet some new people. We'll grow the community, right? That's the main thing for me. But yeah, join the Discord. If any new guys out there that have just joined us, join the Discord. I think I can probably put a link in chat. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. There's the Discord link. If you're not already a member, join in. There is going to be a YouTube membership specific Discord section, which is where I'm going to have like a group of you who want to be members. They're going to have their own private area to chat, and also we'll be doing like constructive criticism and like learning to paint together. That's going to be my like value for that section. Okay, so let's answer your question, Flesh Cloud. With paints, it's a really sticky question, because when you're starting from nothing, okay, you could probably stream to multiple services at once. I forget that you use what you use to do it even has a bot to relay messages. Okay, cool. Well, tell you what, we probably could have done Kick and YouTube at the same time, you know? Like, I can't do Twitch as well because I have an affiliate agreement with Twitch, so they don't let you do that. But I probably could do Kick and YouTube at the same time. I'm using Streamlabs, I don't see why not. So yeah, Flesh Crab with paints. If you were just getting a paint set and you were looking at a paint set to buy, for like Turnip28 stuff, I would really recommend Scale 75. I'm using a lot of Scale 75 paints generally anyway. I've started to bring them in, but I own the full Game Colour range, a huge portion of Model Colour, loads of Games Workshop paints, Scale 75. I've got some AK Interactive, but it's a case of like, for me, I really like Mephiston Red as a paint. There isn't really a decent red as good as that, but there are also really good reds in other brands, so I haven't used it for a while. I've been using Gory Red, so on these guys I'm going to be using Gory Red from Game Colour, right? It's just a nice paint. So I would say, just like, if you like a colour, but primarily learn to mix your paints, because as soon as you start mixing, you save money for one, and two, you have more control, because you don't have to subscribe to like let's say a Games Workshop triad, where you have to go Macragge blue, Calgar blue, Baroth blue, you know what I mean? It's not like that. I'm testing my cosplay props for GriffCon. I'm posting a pic general on the on Discord. Okay, let's have a look at this. Rad away. I just see. Okay, Munchie. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to put this up on the stream for people. We do showcase. So usually on Twitch I do a whip showcase, right? But I don't mind showcasing a few things onto YouTube from Discord. So this is Munchie's, part of Munchie's props that he's going to be using for his cosplay. So I don't know what you've used to make that gooey green liquid, but that's really cool, dude. No leaks. You're onto a winner there, mate. That's awesome. I like it. We do have like a whip section. We have a Turnip28 section. If you want to put any whips in, you're more than welcome to do so when we check it out. Like, I always do a little showcase, and for YouTube members, I'm going to do like a CNC, so constructive criticism, and we can work on your projects and try and help you get better at painting, really. I don't believe red is a real colour. No, it's a mixture of two, but like in terms of like buying a nice paint that just works well and gets you the colour you want, you know, Game Colour is really good. It's high pigment, it's really nice. Any clubs in the northeast of the UK that play T28? Well, for that, my dear, Riverside, welcome in for one. I think that there is a game finder, so I'm just looking at the Turnip28 Discord real quick. I'll just pull that up. It's like cut off half of it. Okay. The link to this Discord as well for those new people who aren't in the Turnip28 Discord. You can access it through the link on our YouTube, or you can go to his Patreon page directly. I think I only have a link to his Patreon page. Chris B's organising an event in Grimsby in September. Chris B, can you send me a link to that? Can you send me a link to that via Discord? Because I might come down and that'd be really fun. Market Square, Instagram, Turnip Liaisons, is that it? It's too hot. Well, I can't find it, but I remember that there was like a games finder on there. So, chat, what else I'm going to do is put out invites to people to do battle reports. So, I have a decent camera, which is the one that I'm using right now for the stream. But if you want to join me for a game at some point, so when my army's finished, so probably end of July, I'm going to put some notices out in the Turnip28 group. And I say, does anybody want to come down to my house and we'll film a game? We'll put it up and I'll do all the editing, all the bells and whistles. You don't have to worry. It's literally come down, play a game with me, have a beer, and that's that. And we'll then make a battle report, maybe make some lore, and have fun with it. I also need to make some terrain as well. That would be useful. Let's do some metallics now, chat. So I think what I used was pig iron, which is a P3 paint mixed in with thrash metal. That was it. Pig iron with thrash metal. Tell you what, the Scale 75 Metal Alchemy brand is really good. Teesside area, Grimsby ain't so far. Yeah, keep an eye out for that. How was your event last year, Chris? I'm just getting the info sorted. Once I've got the page up, I'll send a DM over. Awesome. It looks like there's going to be, like, the tournament community is just growing and growing and growing, which is fantastic to see. We're going to get a lot more people joining in, like, what more, like, narrative events are where it's at for me, right? I have played a lot of, like, competitive 40k and that sort of thing in the past, but to be honest, I think those days are behind me. I'm more interested in like playing narrative and just having a laugh, really. So, if that's of interest to anybody, or what sort of theme are you going to go for with your events, Chris? I already have some of these paints down on the palette already. I didn't have to worry. I'm going to use some thrash metal. So these are really cool. So thrash metal, black metal, heavy metal, and speed metal. They're your like really nice tones. The set also comes with like funky colours as well. So you get like a purple metallic, and there's also like a red metallic as well from that range. So I got it for my birthday. It's a really nice little set. So I'm going to grab a little bit of black metal. They mix together wonderfully. So you can really get a unique tone for your metals. So I've got thrash metal, which has got a little bit of brown in it. And I've just added some of that black metal to it to get it a little bit darker. But I'm not going for a super dark metallic on these guys because obviously the oil wash. Don't forget the oil wash. We can be a bit messy at this point. Just get the coverage down because we've not done any of the reds or anything yet. Let's get cracking with some painting. Once again, I want to thank every single one of you for joining me this afternoon for the first of the new Hobbytime season. I'm going to be doing this every Thursday. We're pretty much going to be painting Turnip28 until I finish my army. And I'm going to be accompanying that with the release of the videos. So I've got a fully finished crab from start to finish that I'm going to be like speeding up. So it's not going to be like a full live stream that you need to watch. It'll like be a condensed video of me painting it and saying I did this and this for you to watch, which will be released when it's finished editing. So hopefully 7 PM. All the footage is there now. All I need to do is compile, watch it through, make sure I've not made an idiot of myself, and then upload it. So, since Grimsby is a fishing town and the location on the docks, I'm hoping to lean into the local history. I've got a couple of themes. Mate, that sounds really fun. And my next army is going to be a Cthulhian squid themed army for Turnip28. It's got crabs! Mate, you can never run away from crabs. Welcome in, Merlin. Merlin Models, everybody in chat, is an absolute legend in the community. So he is a Twitch streamer, cosplayer. You may have seen him at Warhammer Fest. Big shout out for those of you who are new to the channel, to the scene. Yeah, big shout out. We love Merlin lots. So he tends to stream on Twitch on a Monday when he gets time, but obviously time is difficult. But I'll probably have him on for some more podcasty related doodads in the future, and some games as well, because me and Merlin were like challenged, sort of semi-challenged him to play some Titanicus. So when he's nearly finished his Knights army, and his Knights army is really cool. If you guys remember the Knight Codex, there is a red and yellow Knights army in there that look really cool. Lots of filigree, lots of freehand patterns, checkers. Very Blanchitsu, actually. Well, Merlin's basically copied that scheme for his knights, and it looks amazing. So definitely check him out on Instagram when you get the opportunity to do so. I don't know how. I think chat is link friendly, Merlin, if you want to throw your Instagram link in there. Crast is the name. Thanks, brother. This isn't Twitch. Welcome in, Kador Red. How you doing, dude? We were literally mentioning you a second ago. So Kador Red is a long-time wargaming friend. Basically, he kept a club going in Winsford, which is where I'm from. And he basically organised games. Like, he used to get some tournaments running for War Machine. Like, War Machine was his jam. But he's now a Bushido demo guy. I don't know what the term is for that, dude. So he used to be press ganger for Privateer Press, but you've now got a new fancy Bushido title. So he's been going around UK Games Expo, Warhammer Fest, all these sorts of things. I think you were at the American one, weren't you? The one in the US. Demoing Bushido. Warhawks for life, baby. Thanks, dude. Merlin, I'm just going to quickly get your Instagram and I'm going to link it into chat for these people. These wonderful hobbyists from all around the world. We've had somebody from Hong Kong, we've got a couple of people from UK, and I think we've got somebody from the US. Just bear with me while I just get this link sorted. Don't have any tabs open, so there we go. Merlin Models. Boom. I did it. What did you do? Adepticon. It was great. Awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna do some stuff for Bushido on the channel. So I need to message Kador. So Kador, I know I always forget after stream, but I will. It's usually like when I raid on Twitch, I like instantly forget what I was going to do post stream because I'm like talking to the person I'm raiding. And then I'm like, all right, I've got to go get dinner ready and stuff like this. So after today's YouTube live, I will be messaging you. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I haven't seen it appear in chat, so I've just put it up there for you. Maybe I have to like make people mods. We don't have any mods for YouTube, so just spam the Turnip28 on your Discord with some crabs. Yes, lad. Let's have a look, Rick. I want to have a look. I hope you don't mind me putting it up for people to see. Firstly, I'll get your permission before I show it on YouTube, because that's important. Bushido stuff looks amazing. Dude, I've got a surprise. So this is going to be one of my snobs. This is a Bushido model. It's full metal. Obviously, I've not painted him yet, but I thought he was perfect. I'm going to call him the Scuttle Speaker, and a lot of my lore for the Knights of the Charybdis is going to revolve around him. Sort of like a weird, freaky Merlin and Arthur story. I'm going to come up with a nice little tale for the Knight of the Charybdis, and how he came about and did his thing. But the Scuttle Speaker, this chap, is going to be a big part. But this is a Bushido model. And I'm sure you guys have already seen him. But this is going to be my Toff. So he is riding a crab. I've put him on a smaller base size. I think that's the max base size that you can have for a Toff. So this is the Knight of the Charybdis. He's become mutated. He's all minging. I got this model from a 3D print on my mini factory. I think it might have been Bestiarum. Bestiarum Studios have got some fantastic, like, weird, wonderful prints. So Conehead, get it from there. The attack crab was from my mini factory. I'm calling him the attack crab because he is one aggressive crab. The other two are like quite chill. This one's quite chill, right? This one's got a big old claw, but still he's fairly chill. This guy's going at it, right? This crab's coming at you. So yeah, quite excited to paint him. So he'll be an entire video for him specifically. Right, let's bring up Discord and have a little look. So this is Rick in chat. This is his crabs. I have seen pictures of these on the Turnip28 Discord already. Fantastic work, dude. Fantastic work. So, mate, this community is so good. Like, the sheer amount of like customization is just unreal. So I love these. These are like flea creatures, flea shrimps. Awesome. You have to tell me where you got these guys from. So these are like the whelps or the flea riders, shrimp riders, the mighty shrimps of power. Dude, I might have to do something similar for mine. I like how yours are all like hunched over, sort of like barnacle-y dudes. And there's the mammoth. This thing's awesome. I like this as well, dude. There's the mammoth. There he is. So what are you using the mammoth for? Is that like, is that a root shrine? There's Froggo. I'm loving this. This like creepy, weird horse with like its head's turned into a giant mushroom. So cool. Oh man, crab time. So I think, is this the official model that Max did? because I might have to print that one and paint that one. The shrimps are some 3D files I found. There are so many shrimps. I'll have a look, dude, because I think I might have to follow in your footsteps on that one. That is very fun. Since we're sharing more crabs, here we go. Yeah, this is the official model. We've also got some wicked terrain here. Mammoth equals the proboscis. Todd is for scale. Okay, the proboscis. Look at that monster. Oh, yes, the mammoth trunk is the proboscis. I'm with you. That thing's gross. It's like all, like, look at all this mushroom stuff coming out of it. Mate, really, really top-notch sculpting on those, dude. Let's look at Cole's. Oh, man. I'm loving the bright orange coloration. All that seaweed coming out of him. Very, very cool. I like Max's ones as well because it's very, like, lumpy. Ah, man, I like this guy in his crab claw. That's cool. That's what I'm thinking of doing. You know, like, they have a veterans unit, from what I understand. I do have a unit of brutes, but mine are kind of, like, more, like, knights. You know, they look pretty badass. Like, not that this guy doesn't look badass. He does. He looks very cool. But I'm thinking of maybe doing, like, a mutated veterans unit. I like the bows and arrows as well. These look sick, man. These look sick. That's one thing that's missing from my fodder is a backpack. So I think what I need to do is print a load of backpacks and just get them on, because at the minute, I'll show you my chaff. Whether I haven't put any paint on them yet. So back on the stream. So this is my fodder. I'm going to do 2 units. I want to do a melee unit, probably maybe with swords and shields, but I'm thinking spears. I think that'd be quite fun because pikes and spears look good. I do need to put like a backpack or something on them, or at least have like maybe a quiver. So I know they're primed, but I think I might just either print off or green stuff a few little bits and just add those. This guy's one of my chaff. I wanted to keep these guys a bit more like simple, and like really involve them with like the terrain so they can like hide and stuff. Go in the post office. Nice. All right, mate. See you soon. Thank you for stopping by, Munchie. Appreciate that, my dude. That's the same mammoth I'm planning to use in my next regiment with some modifications. Nice. Chris, have you got any pictures of your turnip army that you want to share? There we go. Right, let's get some more paint on this boy. So, we were doing metallics, weren't we? So, yeah, let's crack on with that. Get all the tips of the spears. Let's get the helmets. Back of the... I'll have to do his back separately, I think. This is a really nice, fun project for me because, like I say, my last commission was like a gold tier Thanos. So what I do is I paint to 3 different tiers. I do like a tabletop level, which is like fast use of airbrush, washes, all of that jazz. I then paint a silver tier, which is like kind of your character tier. And that's where I start like doing a lot of highlighting and things like this. And then gold tier is like your display paintings. So I'm doing lots and lots of successive layers, glazing, you know, really trying to push the boundaries of my painting, so to do my best work for you. So, you know, if you check out like the Thanos, there's like a real thing that I've put up on YouTube if you want to see him. I did like non-metallic metal on him. I really like how he came out, to be honest. The client is really happy. But we have a little bit of a break because the Star Wars Shatterpoint stuff I was meant to be working on for my next job is delayed by 2 weeks. So what do? I have a print and paint commission to do, which I can get. Basically, I'm going to do that in that space between. And just try and work my way with that, because I need to pay the bills, right? So I'll just have to push that one up, because I was going to do that at the end of July, but it's all good. And then whatever else comes through. So if anybody does, if anybody is interested in getting a quote, quotes are free. You know, even if it's a single piece miniature or a full-on army, I am down with whatever. To be honest, like on a personal note, I kind of prefer to do like single piece or like small units, and then painting them up to a really high level. But doing this has been really fun, just because... Oh, Cole's your Discord name, Chris. Alright, appreciate that. Just confused me a little bit. I like that Turnip's natural muddy brown lets the bright colours and freehanding really stand out, yeah. That's it, when you've got that really dark wash down, it does let the pale Blanchitsu style come out. Digital kit bashing, ooh. So just shared a file for some great swords, they look cool. They're very cool. Titan Forge, nice. Scarlet Crusade. I do actually have a license for the Highlands in War stuff. So I need to kind of like get my act together and get all of those put up on my Etsy store. Because there's a lot to do. There's always too much to do and not a lot of time. So, metallics down on the back of this chap. Might just get a little bit more done on that helmet. Get a nice solid layer. Awesome. Do you prefer painting a particular scale? I kind of prefer 28mm, but I have been really enjoying painting the MCP, Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. So I'll show you one of my personal projects. I'll have to zoom out for this guy. So those of you who don't know, like MCP, this is my Malekith miniature. So he basically, it's the king of Svartenheim, which is the Dark Elves, and he like will be riding this tiger, the flying tiger. Off for lunch. All right, Merlin, see you soon, hopefully. Appreciate you stopping by, my dude. So yeah, I've done like a Siberian tiger, for like integrated a lot of purples in. I want to try and like add to the wings a little bit. But this is kind of like being done in a display painting style. So a lot of time being put into things. Still got a lot of work to do on him, to be fair. So, but that's a personal one, and I'll get round to that when I get round to it. I've also got some Sentinels as well to work on. I've started working on the Sentinels. They're absolutely massive. And I decided to go with like this nice blue dark tone. And I couldn't decide on what to go for here, so I've gone with this burgundy. Yeah, so that's where we're up to on that. Well, that's like, I generally play Marvel Crisis Protocol. That's what I have played. I don't get many games in, like, I don't tend to play that many games at the minute. I used to run a club in the northwest, and then I was part of Winsford Warhawks as well for a bit. They have sort of like reopened the Warhawks group, but I find, like, I was talking to my wife about this yesterday, that I don't really have much time to make and edit content if I'm part of like a gaming group as well, because I end up getting sucked into like slow grow leagues and all this different stuff that's going on at a club. So for now, I'm just going to stick to trying to get content done for the channel and getting games in with you guys, really. So if anybody is down for a bat rep in the future, you know, I'm going to put a post up, so you guys just let me know on there, and we'll arrange it. But it's going to probably be in August. I've got to get my army finished. MCP's 40 mil, so they're bigger than Space Marines. Yeah, they're bigger than Space Marines scale. But I think Solaire, for example, he's this is from the Dark Souls board game. He was fun to paint. I think he's 28 mil. Yeah, he's definitely 28 mil. But he's quite a tall boy, isn't he, Solaire? Right. That is the metallic space coated. I think we're going to move on to doing the reds now. Yeah, let's do it. So the reds were literally gory red with a bit of corn red. They're basically the same colour, corn red and gory red. Basically the same colour. I think the gory red's a little bit more red. I'll use a bit of both. I like to do a lot of mixing, so it's all good. I'm really liking this theme that I've gone with now, though. Like, I couldn't really decide on what colours to do the uniforms with, but I'm quite pleased with how these look, like with a little bit of yellow in it as well. I think they look quite intimidating, and that's kind of what I wanted to go for. They're kind of like the Knights of the Charybdis have a quest that's turned into an obsession, that's turned into murdering everybody that comes into their general area. So that's the kind of theme that I'm going to go with. You know, people can hire them and they'll literally lay an ambush and then get lost somewhere in the marshes. Well, they'll generally just attack everything that they come across. I like that I've done this guy so he's like holding onto the back of this guy, of the guy in front, for stability. This bit will get a little bit messy, and then just try and not get any on the wood. We're not too bothered at the minute. This is why this has been a really fun project to do, because it's been something that I don't have to care as much about painstakingly getting it perfect, because it's just going to be nice and mucky and muddy, so you can get away with a lot. Nice little foot socks in red. sure their uniform is uniform. Well, I was thinking about like what dyes people would have access to as well, and obviously red would be a very easy to do dye because you literally just stick your clothes in the blood of their enemies, right? That's the smartest way of doing it. But we're making strides, we're making good progress today. It'd be nice if we can get up to the oil stage on this stream. I've already got like a nice pot of prepared oils all ready to go. So I've done a variation of this corn red and the gory red as well. But the corn red looks a lot more pale over the grey spray primer. I went with a grey primer on this because if I went with a black, I think with the oil wash, I think it would really go too dark. So starting with like a mid-tone of the grey to allow the paints to sort of bring some of that colour forward is a better move. Leg. I'm going to do all the straps are going to be tidied up with some of that German camo grey and like a bit of black as well. Front of his tunic now. I think my next turnip army is definitely going to be like a cult theme, and it'll be the squid cult, or cult of the Cthulhu. The turnip of the sea. Still have a fairly maritime feel to it, but I think we'll be going with more like hoods and robes. I had to find some models for that. We have to have a good look on my mini factory and find some interesting stuff. Probably should do like a normal turnip squad at some point using the 3D printed stuff that Max made on his Kickstarter. I might do a musket unit for these. Could do a musket unit at some point. I definitely think the next fodder unit is, because I've only got one unit of fodder at the minute, so I think I'll do a second unit and have them with pikes. Because I don't know if I need cavalry because I've got the Scuttlers. I've got like 2 Scuttlers in the list. So cav are pretty good though. We can have the shrimp riders. Friends have come, have fun. Thank you very much, Rick, for staying with me this afternoon and keeping me company in the chat. Lots of love to you, dude. Hopefully we'll see you again. Enjoy your friend time. A cheeky little mushroom on this guy's back as well. A nice bit of purple on that mushroom. I like to add little elements of purple into my miniatures. My favourite colour. We've got all the red bits, and then we can I think there's another little bit metallic that I missed. Yeah, so like this guy has like plate arms, so we'll deal with those. Right, I think we've done all the reds there. I'll just put a coat on the shields here and on the flag, and that means it's base coat basically. That's the other thing about game colour paints, they have excellent coverage. Alright, so we've got those bits. Let's just get some red onto these shields now. I added some to the rope as well. This one doesn't really have a lot of rope on the howdah. So I'll just do a little bit on that. Basically I was like thinking that they'd either used intestines for the ropes, or they dipped the ropes into blood. So it's going to be a little bit paler. Nice shield, there we go. That shield's going to have the crab emblem on it. Very important shield. Got an odd arm on that guy. He's got like one chainmail arm, one cloth arm. That's fine. Maybe they ran out of sleeves. Okay, let's get my cup of tea off here because that is out. And I nearly keep knocking it over when I go to wash my brush. Just 2 seconds and my brother's just messaged me. Magical. Okay. Let's have a quick look at that, make sure I've got the colours right. Okay, so next is going to be the oil, no, rust. I'll do the metallic, finish the metallics, and then we'll start rusting everything up. Basically got the army painter rust. I wish I had that really cool, I remember seeing like an effects paint, which has been doing all the rounds on YouTube, which is pretty damn cool. That seems to be like the best thing to make to rust stuff with. Like if you're going to go with like an oxidized rust. Don't know the name of the brand though. But I am looking, that is on my Christmas list, right, to get some of that. But I'm using the Army Painter technical paint at the minute. Kind of better than Riser Rust from Games Workshop. It is very thin though, it sort of like slops on a little bit. Thought we'd do this first and then we can get the spear hafts done. Oh, I've just snapped something. What was that? That's fair. Yeah, I can stick that back on, no problem. Right, that's that. So, rust next. Let's get the Army Painter thingamajig out. Where did you go? There he is. So there you go. It's just called Dry Rust from Army Painter. War paint set. Got a reasonably good amount of it. Make sure it's very shaken. You need to shake the living hell out of it. And then cake it on for doing this. If you want it to look nice and orangey and rusty, get busy with it. These dies definitely haven't been oiling because I imagine there's not a lot of oil knocking around in the world of Cyst. They'll probably be lubricating their armour with turnip juice. Or the whatever they can get their hands on. Which is probably just going to rust it more. Hello, how are you doing, James? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I'll give you a little sneak peek of Solaire momentarily. Let me just get my my rust on. Getting all rusty with it. Yeah, you can do that. Just, I think you can just go into your settings and then there's a way to do it there. But you just change like display name or something. This is so much fun. This is like really slapdash. Looks great as well when it's finished. A nice refresh for me. Having been painting a lot of Marvel display stuff recently. No! My little mushroom. Gotta be careful though, because there's a lot of stuff that's very, very finely glued on this miniature. Alright, let me just quickly show you. You got 1 PM meeting. Alright. Okay. Solaire! Praise the sun. Nice and grim dark. The oils have come out really well. Definitely got a lot of Dark Souls grit to him. So basically on Friday's stream, all we need to do is tidy him up. I mean, we could just say he's done there. Like, he looks pretty good. But what I will do is just probably just come in with a couple of the clean colours and just do a choice couple of highlights. If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Yeah, he's such a top lad, our Solaire. Yeah, but he'll be done Friday. You can pick him up at the weekend, no problem. Maybe out on Saturday though, so I'll just give you a shout there. Trying to get one of my friends into Gaslands, so well, he is already into Gaslands, so all I need to do is take a load of stuff over and we can have a bit of a mess about. Yeah. Sun be praised. What do you reckon, Munchie? Do you reckon we need to add anything else to him? I think he's pretty done, to be honest. I think this is a silver tier, so it's not display quality or display tier, it's silver tier. So we've got everything that we want on him. We wanted him to look nice and gritty and dark, right? So the other thing is I could like add some little highlights here and there, just lighten a few bits and bobs up. Other than that, I think he's done. Alright, no worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. Ogron, technically. Ogron from Twitch. Don't forget to change your anonymity on YouTube. Confusing a couple of our regulars. Yeah, I think it's spot on, to be honest, as well, mate. I appreciate that. I think he's come out really well for what we painted him up on stream. I've booked Friday's streams technically allocated to painting Solaire, so what do we do instead? Well, I may have some fun and paint something completely different. And now for something completely different. I don't know. I'll have a think. I'll maybe get you guys to decide. Yes, exactly. It's a Dark Souls model. Right, I might just post in Discord, so stay tuned for that. I'll put up a poll, and you guys can decide what I'll paint tomorrow. Sound good? I've got a number of projects to work on. I do need to get started with my Shatterpoint stuff, but I'm really fancying painting some Ideneth Deepkin. I don't know about you, but I really fancy that. Right. We've done the metallics. Oh, there's still some bits that need rusting. Rust. Rust all over there. Yum. We love the rust. We're gonna rock down to... Ooh, I might have a tank as well, actually. I'm gonna do a swill army as well. So Max, who is the creator of Turnip28, also has done a game called Swill, coming to a PDF near you. That is basically going to be a World War-ish sort of time frame game, with lots of same sort of art style as Turnip28, lots of creepy looks and spikes and gritty Blanchitsu stuff. Gotta say, this is one of my favourite YouTube clips. Which one? Are you trying to post a link? Post a link to it if you wish. Take on me. I'm not following. I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, link it in Discord. Link it in Discord. There we go. I don't know why the event list disappears. That's weird. Properties. Visual settings. Fade time, 60 seconds. Okay, there we go. So that stays up for longer. That's fine. All right. No, I don't think I could see if you've got a link in there. I think YouTube chat just automatically bans links unless I post it, which is interesting. We've run out of music by the sounds of it. What time are we on? 1 o'clock. We've been doing quite well, I would say. We've done 2 hours. We've managed to get to here, which is fine. And we've been chatting quite a bit, so that's nice. So all we need to do is... there you go. You post it in general. Ah, yes, I know which one you mean. Yeah. Just in case we get in trouble with YouTube. What you saying? There he is. Find you. Take on me. Take me. It is fantastic. I love it. I love like the abyssal demon just pops his head up, is like, what's going on? And then the crow with the raven. Fantastic. Yeah, agreed. Tip top clip. Amazing stuff. So quiet without the music. So quiet. Right, well, looks like we've finished that synthwave playlist. So let's go for bit of jazz. Let's get a bit of jazz in this chat room this afternoon. Thank you everybody for sticking with me for some hobby time. Painting up crabs. It has been an utter pleasure so far. Wish you were going GriffCon, mate. We could have done a con guy. Well, you know, unfortunately I can't come this year, but I will be there next year, don't worry. Or we'll be doing some other stuff as well, so I'm sure there's going to be other community events knocking about that try and get down to. I've kind of really struggled to afford to go down to a lot of these events at the minute because, you know, running a business, startup, commission painting, all of that jazz. Money's been tight. But you've got to start somewhere, right? But I'll definitely be trying to get down for next year. I also really want to go to... There's like a model expo in the Netherlands. But I also want to try and get down to some of these events. So like one of the guys in the Turnip28 community was just saying before that he's going to be putting up an event in the northeast, which I could probably get to. It's probably like a 2-hour drive for me. Might be able to get down to that. Record some games, do some battle reports maybe, or just participate in the event and just vlog it. But I'm definitely going to be leaning on I want to do content creation. So trying my hand at getting more YouTube videos done. That's going to be the priority for the time being. And of course, thank you Munchie, thank you for supporting the channel by jumping in and assisting and being a good lad in chat. My head gasket on my car went 2 days ago. Oh man, that's it. Well, I basically, me and the wife go to India every year, and that costs a lot of money, as you can imagine. So most of the year we're saving up for the next year. This year it was my sister-in-law's wedding, so we ended up spending quite a bit more than we did the previous year, which meant that going to certain events had to be cancelled. What it is, what it is. You live within your budget, right? But yeah, you have a fantastic time. I can't wait to see all the pictures and stuff. That's going to be good. I would like to put on like a squid con as well at some point, which will literally just be like let's get together and play some games from like everybody in the community. So I think one of my goals is to do that in 2024. Book out a village hall or something, just like get the reach out, see who we can get to come. Literally just be a hangout, paint and game weekend. That'll literally be what we do. Have some food, enjoy life. You know, that's kind of what I want to do. Maybe run like a turnip event as well. There we go. Right, we've just painted up some of the roots coming out of these chaps. I'm just going to put some little greeny sort of browny ends on the end of the turnip roots. So I've just grabbed some of the lighter brown. I think it's called Iroko. Maybe get a little bit of that green in there as well, actually. A little bit of green. A little bit of camouflage green never hurt anybody. Just trying to catch the tips of turnips. Tell you what, I'm really quite excited to try my hand at doing a Mordheim force as well. So So I'm going to be looking into Mordheim very soon, for those of you who are interested in Mordheim. Also a game that Kitbash put me onto called Arcane Brawl, so I'm going to maybe try that as well. I've got a load of like wizardy sort of wizardy monsters and miniatures. I can probably do a load of stuff with that. Because we like fun alternate skirmish games. And then also do a sludge army. Doing a sludge army would be quite fun. Chap on the left reminds you of those riders from Labyrinth. I see it. He's like holding on to this guy for balance, which I kind of like with the theme. Let's get a little bit of this, and I'm just going to water down this corn red a little bit. I wanted the ropes to look like they'd been soaked in blood, so just water down that corn red, make it a little bit wash-like. Bish bash bosh. Oh, gonna sneeze. There we go. I've also got these pumpkin monsters. These were like failed misprints, but I'm thinking of maybe using these for Turnip. Or something similar to this. Maybe turning this into a proboscis or something like that. But I think it probably should be crab related. Some funky jazz tunes on now. I'm loving these. There we go, right, they're done. Just a couple of little bits left to do now. So we've got to do the freehand on the shields, that's going to be fun. And do the black areas. Maybe add a lobster claw. Yeah, we could like maybe print off some crab bits and just like slam them in. I'm going to take a look at the proboscis models rules and then go from there, really. I love these crabs. These are like the perfect crabs for me. The actual official turnip crabs, I do really like those as well. Let's get this purple mushroom going. Probably want to go a bit darker than that, actually. Let's get some royal purple out. While we're here base coating things. Oh, I keep nearly snapping this little baby mushroom off. I'll have to glue him back down. One growing out of his head. I imagine that one talks to him, because I think the mushrooms in Turnip28 are semi-sentient, so they actually can speak. I also thought about maybe doing a full mushroom army as well, but I don't think they're aggressive in the lore. The mushrooms are quite chill. Just happy little mushrooms. I like the mushrooms, the purple's quite a different splash of colour, but I do like it. I'm going to add a little bit of magenta to it as well. So add a little bit of red. Just mixing up the colours a little bit. Once the washes go down, everything sort of will get smoothed into each other. I love them crabs. I will probably get some printed out for D&D. I used to keep red tie crabs and Sylvessi vampire. Whoa, Sylvessi vampire crabs. That sounds awesome. One got out one day and came home from work to the wife screaming about a spider under the sofa. Lift it. There's a little purple crab looking at you. That's amazing. Little cheeky monkey. How on earth did it get out? I sort of think of like a squid getting out of its cage, but they're very, very clever and alright, we're just getting this German camo grey down now. So I didn't want to go with a pure black, but I was dotting a little bit of black onto the spears. I kind of like the idea that the spears were made by it's the same sort of wood that they've scavenged and then they've dotted it in the ashes from fires, so it's got like a bit more of a lighter grey. They climb the airlines. What? Little monkeys. Want to watch out for them then. I heard some funny stories about robber crabs. When I did my degree, I did environmental science, so I did a lot of like biology stuff. And one of our lecturers told a story about when he went to Christmas Island, and people kept finding their trainers going missing during the camp. And then when they'd go into the jungle, they would find the trainers hung up on the trees. And it was just really weird, like why would that happen? But then they found the culprit, and it was a robber crab, which is this massive crab from Christmas Island. This thing's huge. And it was sneaking into their tents and like pinching one of their trainers and then running off with it. And then they can climb trees, they get everywhere. Absolutely. Look at crabs of Christmas Island, Bunchy. They are massive. Like... Alright, let's get the rest of the that pinkish wash down over these bits here, because I missed some before. I think I might like paint and green stuff like a cage and put something to fill that space there. I'm thinking of maybe like getting some like a basket filled with like body parts that they've just got there ready to feed the crab. Have it very gruesome. Alright mate, no worries. Good luck in your interview, dude. Really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me this afternoon. Keeping me company in the chats. And everybody else who's lurking and working. Welcome in, thank you so much once again. Had a great stream so far today, it's been lovely. Got some mini shells on there. Yeah, could do. I just think I want to just fill that space up a little bit with something. Just need something on it. I'll be back. Well, good luck with your interview, dude. Alright, there we go. Those are all of the black bits there. We're nearly there, we're getting there. I think it's time to do some freehand. We'll just add the little bits of the black dotting and stuff to this. Just quickly add a little bit of colour variation to the wood. Right, now it's time for some freehand. Best bit. So I think we'll keep it nice and simple on this one. I'm going to do a stripe across. Let's think about it. This is going to be really tough to get any designs on this flag up here. I may even leave that just red and just like highlight round the edges, maybe put some stripes in there, but it'll be very, very difficult to get anything down. I am going to put the crab on the same crab symbol that we've done here, so that there is going to be on this shield. So let's get cracking, it's freehand time. I was using Mojave white for the whites, which is scale 75. And you know, if we make a mistake, it doesn't matter. We can easily fix it. I think I want to try and walk this down a little touch because it's not flowing that well. I want it to flow well on the end of the brush when you're doing freehand. I don't want it to be identical to the other one, because these guys are going to sort of paint their own symbols, right? It's got to be looking like the same crab, but the same symbol. Ooh, some mysterious jazz right now. Concentration jazz for freehand. So that's basically the body of Mr. Crab. Like that. And then we'll add the little tentacly bits. Right, this jazz is actually distracting me from this painting right now, so might go with something different. Why has that just got really loud? Okay. What else can we have? Lo-fi, that'll do. Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's rock. Fill some of this area in a little bit. And it's also important to kind of wash your brush quite frequently when doing this sort of thing, because you need the paint to sort of start flowing consistently. Doesn't always do. Trying to maintain fresh paint as well, that will help. Some of the nice tip on it. Really liking this Rosemary & Co brush at the minute. This is a Rosemary & Co Series 33. It's got a really good body on it, so it's got quite a wide body, which is helpful. Holds a lot of paint, but it's also got a really good tip. Like, and I've been using this pretty solidly. For the last few weeks. Just using a bit of brush soap just to kind of keep it clean. Got a bit more elaborate on this crab. I might just tidy up a little bit. Some of this, I don't really like this limb here. So don't be afraid to go back in two as well with your freehand. Gonna thicken those arms out a little bit, I think. One slightly bigger claw. We can go with that. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's fill in some of these colours now. I'm just going to get a little bit more water, thin than Mojave. This is Mojave White from Scale 75. Thicken out some of these little roots a little bit. Okay, that'll do nicely. Right, let's get the swords painted in. So go for whichever black this was. I think this might be a bit of surface primer actually. Probably not ideal. I'm just going to put some more black down. I have been using this Mecha colour, Vallejo Mecha colour, for a decent thickness black that you can get down. Seems to hold its coverage really nice. From here, just get a little sword shape and then sort of shape out the shape of the sword. Doing the straight lines is one of the hardest things to do on these bits of freehand in one go. Also, we'll tidy a little bit of the crab up, so getting our red back in and just sort of tidying up some of these blobs, helping to shape the freehand a little bit. Can't do everything perfectly first time round, you know. Redo this bit. There we go. Happy over that. Cool. Let's. I think I would just want to widen that sword a little bit. Let's look at the first one. I've done quite a thin sword, to be fair. We don't want to balls it up now, do we? Although I may have just done that. Have like a more angular sword coming in. Right, let's get the other ones. You take some red and just tidy up that top sword. pommel on the end. Just going to get a little black line around the outside edges. Alright, I will do a little black line around the edge of the crab. I did do that on the banner, so I don't know why, why not. Need to be very careful here. May actually be better doing this with a pen. Well, it's always good practice. Difficult to do these little root bits. I may just leave them like that. Right, we've black lined that. We could probably do a little bit on the inside of the claws. And then we'll just take a little bit of the heavy brown. I'm just going to water this heavy brown down. And I'm just going to sort of, that's too much. I'm going to sort of like shade it a little bit. Something like that. Awesome. Now, this one here, this one could be something very simple. Let's do a diagonal. Oh, excuse me. Alright, crab, D Walker, welcome back in, dude. We've just done the freehand. I mean, it's not the same, but you get the gist. I might just connect up the, I'm not really too happy with the sides there, so I think I might just connect those up a little bit. Have it like that. Make it look a little bit more lumpy. That's what we'll do. We'll just we'll amend it. I'm going to get some red. Like that. Just tuck into this a little bit. Something like that. I think I went wider. I've gone like, I know what I've done here. I've gone further up. But it's all good. Like, just a bit of fun, isn't it? I don't care if the freehand's perfect or not. And right, we've just done some simple symbols there, and then on the flag we'll do a black line across the top. Like that. And then we'll do a couple of stripes. Tricky to do with this because of the angles of the my hand's going all shaky now. So we can fix it with some red. Got the warning stripes. All they are there. Okay. Hello, DC17. How you doing, man? Depends how much time you put into it, Boyd. This is here's a crab we did earlier. This is the one that this is the tutorial one. He's pretty much finished. This is for a alternate, strange, unusual reality game called Turnip28. And it's pretty damn cool. Here's something you might recognize. I painted him in one 4-hour stream. So 4 hours. We've done some cross hatching. We've done a very Dark Souls theme. There is maybe a little bit of highlighting to do, but I think he looks pretty much bang on what you'd want from the computer game. And then since we've been on live today on YouTube, we've been going for 2 hours 46. We've pretty much finished the crab, done all the base coating and the weathering. I've just doing the freehand, so I've just freehanded a crab here. Praise the sun, baby. But if you want to see something, this is my ongoing piece that's going to be for my Marvel Crisis Protocol. So this is Malekith. So the wings still need quite a bit of work, but I've been doing like a fur effect on him. So I need to do the face, quite a bit of work to do on. So I might as well show you guys. This is a commission piece that I'm finishing off. So this is actually an original Gene Stealer cult. So this model is as old as I am. This is gold tier. So I paint to 3 different tiers. This is gold tier. Okay, so non-metallic metal. Everything's highlighted. We've got volumes, details, all sorts. I'm thinking of entering this in Golden Demon 2024. I think there's a little bit more work to do on it. I'm really pleased with the floor, for example. Yeah, I do a mixture. So I do some clients want display painting stuff. Some clients want fast army painter stuff. This is a personal project for Turnip28. So I'm just having some fun with it, really. I'm not. I'm painting it quick. I'm going fast, but I'm not like dry brush wash. That's not my style. I'm really enjoying doing realistic looking stuff at the minute. Appreciate you stopping by as well, DC. So DC's from I play one of my games of choice is Star Citizen, so I tend to play that with my org. DC's one of my org members. Well, it's not my org, but it's the org that I participate in. We do some big events and stuff like this. Then we got an event on Sunday, which is going to be like buggy racing, death race. Always surprised at how little details add to the flag. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, this is all kit bashed, right? All kit bashed. But seeing this on the tabletop, your eyes will be drawn to the flag. Your eyes will be drawn to probably the corpse on the back. Well, I won't be going with that care company. No one was on the Zoom meeting. No call to let me know they were running late. Doesn't bode well. No, that doesn't bode well, Munchy. I have done care work before. It is not an easy industry to be in. There's a lot of assholes out there and a lot of companies trying to profiteer. Okay, let's paint some. What do we need to do now, chat? So I might just add a little bit of white to these mushrooms. Actually, just add a couple of little bits of variety, some spots, stuff like that. We actually missed that, didn't we? Yeah, man, we did the shield. You've only been 5 minutes. We already done the shield. I think there needs to be a little bit. I've corrected it a little bit in a few places. I think I might take it out a little bit wider here, for example. I'm sort of just having a bit of fun with it. It's not like a super serious sigil. It just has to be just a bit of fun. That's why I'm really enjoying this project, because I get to have a laugh and get to just mess about, you know. And the problem is they are dealing with people's lives. Exactly. DC 17 And anybody else who likes Star Citizen, I will be painting a 3D printed Cutlass Black in a custom skill. That's going to be really fun because we're going to do some freehand on it. We're going to do some lettering on it. It's going to be like, I'm going to do a YouTube video with that one. So stay tuned for that. I'll have to film it and stuff like that. So it's not one I'll do in a live stream. I'll keep it off the live stream. Maybe show you guys. But I think when it's printed, it should be about twice the size of this crab, I'm guessing. Thank you very much, Munchie. Yeah, I mean, practice, mate. Practice, practice, practice. Steady hand. I often practice. Has anybody been shooting? Does anybody know shooting techniques? Rifle shooting techniques help. I often do that when I'm like trying to paint an eyeball or something. I'll be like, I like hold your breath. Yeah. What is with this? I bought this cheap glue from Aldi. Christ. And you're like, don't come out, and then huge amount just splodges everywhere. Bloody super glue, mate. Snap that off earlier. Ah! Yeah, I've got some 3D files for a lot of the Star Citizen ships. So I'm quite excited to try and have a go at that, really. All right. I do 40k, yeah. I've got 2, 3 40k armies myself, but as a commission painter, I will paint whatever people want me to paint. I finished some Space Wolves. They were done to like probably the lowest level I'll do. And it was just because the client wanted me to base coat him for him, but I'd only do that for him, really. My minimum level is bronze, which is like tabletop, silver, and then gold. I've done some Sisters of Battle. I've done Space Marines, Minotaurs, Salamanders. I've done an entire 30k Salamanders army last year. Yeah, so I do a fair amount of Games Workshop as well. Like for personal projects, like I'm more interested in doing like random cool little stuff. Like Turnip, for example. We're actually just going to quickly paint up a turnip here. By the way, guys, like all of these basing bits, so like this turnip bit that I've got here, the swamp tuft there, that is available on my Etsy store. Links are in the description. There are links. So if you did want to get them, I can do a pack of them, various bits and bobs. 40k I will never play it, too damn expensive. Maybe when I invest in a printer, yeah. I mean, printing is also a lot of faff. I run a 3D printing Etsy store, which helps keep me afloat because it's still early days with the commission painting, but it's not always super booked out. So the 3D printing just chip away and just helps with my cash flow a little bit. If you're more of a gamer than a painter as well, like there's a lot of people out there who are more gamers than painters, and they tend to be more inclined to pay somebody to paint their stuff for them. But for me, I know a lot of people who are into the hobby for the hobby. I've gone with like a really bright colour for this. I don't know why. I just felt like it. Why is there... Oh my god, I've just got super glue on my favourite brush. Oh, you are kidding me. It's like, why is my brush sticking to me? No! No! My favourite. Don't do this to me. Cheap super glue gets everywhere. Already got basic skills in printing. Used to help out the library once a week for arts and college, helping people try out printing, getting the machines calibrated and such. There you go. We already got a taste of it. That's awesome, dude. Tabletop standing guy myself, getting better, but I get my armies done and they look alright. So yeah, well, that's what it is, mate. Tabletop standard is a thing and it's there for a reason. You want to bosh stuff out quick, that's what you're going to do. It's like, for me, like, I'm trying to certain projects, I'm trying to toe the line of speed painting and quality. And like certain, like oil washes, for example, are just a really easy, cheap way of getting a really cool look. You know, there are, airbrushing. I usually airbrush whenever I can. Like, I couldn't really airbrush any of this. Like, that's not a problem. Okay, I'm just grabbing a little bit of a paler white here. I'm just going to try and add a couple of little brighter sections to the wood. There's quite a lot of wood area, you see, so I'm not paying too much attention to getting an edge highlight. I'm just adding some different variation of colour, because once the wash has gone down, you ain't going to see no difference. That's what I'm thinking, like, with my Idneth Deepkin army. I'm thinking, like, what am I going to go with it? I've got a shark. I've got 3 sharks, actually. I got given one for my birthday by my boy Pete. I'm thinking, like, do I do something simple? But I really, really want to do cool tiger shark patterns on it and all this stuff. Like, I'm really already thinking quite far ahead. Like... I do Heresy Dark Angels, 40k Imperial Guard, all old 90s metal. Yeah, Munchie's Imperial Guard are ace. Like, he's done like a Scottish regiment and all sorts of crazy stuff. Pulling out all your old greenskins for Old World. Yeah, boy. I'm excited for that, mate. Like, I do want to get my Bretonians out at some point. Take them out for a run. Get them horsies running about. I've heard warging is fun, yes. Greenskins are just fun to play, generally. Especially in Old World, they had so many like crazy rules. Like Skaven as well. You might do horrendous, you know, you might do okay in one game and you might just destroy yourself in another game. Alright, I think we're going to... Oh, we need to do the ferns. The ferns. Okay, what colour shall we do the ferns? I think we'll do like a really dark green. I've got something called Black Forest Gatto Green, I call it. I've got it down here somewhere. There it is. I kind of like this colour. No, that's the wrong one. That's Ink Tense Green. Right, we've got some... What's this? Caliban green. Okay, let's use that. Readies, go faster. Yes. +1 speed. Wowza, we've done 3 hours, chat. We've done 3 hours on YouTube. Awesome. Thank you everybody who's joined me once again. Big thank you to you all. YouTube is a new thing. I mean, we have been doing stuff on YouTube for a while, but I'm dedicating and trying to push YouTube now. I'm going to try my best to get 2 videos a month, maybe more. But I'm going to be doing a live stream on YouTube every Thursday. We do Twitch streams Wednesday and Friday. Thursday's YouTube exclusives. And I've also now opened up the membership. So if you'd like to become a YouTube member, there are perks. So check it out. I filmed and recorded a little video segment of me chatting away. But if you want to support me and support the channel, that's the way to do it. It's going to help us grow. So the first tier of the membership gives you access to all the emotes, custom emotes. And you get like a badge thing. So the longer you remember for, you unlock different colours and stuff. And then the more members we get, the more emotes we get as well. But the split on that is much better. Awesome, Munchie. That'd be good to do. So I've done one which is like the basic tier, which is like for emotes. The second one is going to be like shout outs and videos, and you get your own membership section on Discord with priority. We get to do constructive criticism on there as well. So if you want C&C on anything, that's where you can post it, as well as being a little community. And then the final tier, the third tier, I'm going to be starting to do private tutorial live streams. So I already do one-to-one classes now. So I offer one-to-one classes on Patreon. I've had one person sign up so far. It's been excellent. I've had a really good time with him. But for this one, it'll be like more group live streams for those members that join that role. So as the channel grows, you know, we'll have more of us, and then we can vote on what you want to do. And I'll basically go away, learn it all. If you already know how to do it, I can show you. Well, basically, we'll be putting on some pretty sweet classes for you. Right, he is ready for the oil wash. So I'm just having a little look around, just checking over everything, making sure that we've not missed anything. But I think we're good as gold. So, oh, there is a little mini turnip there, look. It's a good job you always check, always check. Got some nice different variations of greens going on. Got some root vegetables for you. Needs a little bit of like purple on it. Awesome. Let's go. Right, let's get the old oil washes back out. Where did I put my doodad? There he is. There's one I made earlier. I've had this for months. Mate, I can't wait for you to start your own turnip army, Munchie. So good. It's so fun. Right, so it's basically a load of terps with some starship filth and a brown for my oil wash. It is definitely a wash, and we're just going to slap it everywhere. Here we go. We ain't messing about. Everything is getting coated. This is the fun bit. Your pile of shame is immense. Well, you just got to start picking up that brush every day, my friend. Every day. No excuses. Whether it's half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. You know where I am every Wednesday, Thursday and Friday mornings to afternoons. I'm always here to hang out with while you're painting. This oil wash is what ties everything together, which is why we've been able to leave a lot of stuff base coated. Really, I put a lot more time into the crab just because he's a big part of the interest of the model, and your eyes will definitely be drawn to him and to the happy little chappies that are sat on board. All aboard! So I think that for me, chat, is one of the main reasons I want to move over to YouTube fully, is because the membership program, yeah, you don't have as many like spangly silly bits that you do in Twitch, but you get a lot more benefits. And I'm sure with a bit of research we can figure out a few like fun things that we can add to the stream that you guys can do. This oil wash be stanky. I agree, just 15-hour shifts are a bit of a kit. 15-hour shifts, bro. I do used to take stuff in to work on nights, though. Good man. Yeah, that's it. Hey, there are plenty of people watching the stream right now who are working. So, and they're getting their work done. Working and lurking. Whatever gets you through the day, chat. Whatever gets you through the day. If I can help you guys get through the day by watching me paint models, that makes me super happy. I would say the only criticism for me jumping headfirst into commission painting, I quit my job just after lockdown. I started streaming during lockdown while I was on furlough, and I enjoyed it so much that that's why I wanted to make this my job. And honestly, I've never been happier. I get to spend more time with my wife. I'm less stressed. Like, I mean, money is sometimes a stress, right? You know, I don't always have fully booked months, but you know, that's the nature of things when you're working for yourself. But stress for me was a big one. Like, I used to work in retail, I was managing a retail store, online retail store. And it was just constantly churning out new release, new release, new release, new release, and just sick of it. So this is nice. Like, I'm happier, and that's at the end of the day. Like, money comes and goes, chat. But your stress levels, your happiness, your health, for me, is the priority. I mean, I couldn't do this without my wife, obviously. Like, I definitely couldn't do this if I was doing a single income. Like, definitely couldn't do that. Hey, Scatman James are back. It's a scat man. He's not that kind of scat man. Yeah. To be honest, nights is just making sure people are okay and sleeping. Some nights are quieter than others, so take advantage where I can. Yeah, it's a good idea, dude. Like, I used to do care work. I worked for an autism help place. Basically, I would go and just hang out or take them to the cinema or go for a meal or whatever, so they could have as normal a life as they could. And then I ended up working with a kid with spinal muscular atrophy and doing like a lot of work at Manchester University with him, and that was a good job. It was really intense because I had to do nights, full 72-hour sleepover shifts, right? But there was a lot of that was just basically being his friend and flatmate. You know, we went and did stuff, went and got food, went to his lectures, I did all the scribing and writing for him. It was a good job, like, I enjoyed it. But, you know, I didn't have much of a life outside of that. Until I met my wife. But I met my wife through that job. All right. You know what I've not done? I've not done the black lining. I've not done any stripes or patterns on the uniforms. That's stupid. Well, I can come back and do that. I don't think that's going to be an issue once the the oil wash is dry. That's not going to be a problem. Yeah, definitely was worth it. Everybody scats one way or another, so check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, let nothing hold you back. If the scat man can do it, then so can you. Lived in a building with such a centre, kind of nice, not much nice in roundiness, yeah. Scat man. You guys. Yeah, I was saying, like, the major criticism of doing what I'm doing now is that it does get quite lonely. Because I was in a retail environment, I was always talking to people, meeting people, and it's that sort of stuff. Being part of a community. So this community is what I've built, and you know, you guys are amazing. Like, especially all of the regulars that come back, come and say hi and keep me going, really. Showing support and love. I feel like I want to just thicken things up a little bit more on the top of this. There we go. Right, we've literally just got to leave this now for probably about 6 or 7 hours. I mean, this crab's been drying for about 24 hours and he's still not dry. I have removed some of the oils. So this is sort of where we're at the minute, chat. We've managed to smash out another Turnip28 miniature in approximately 3 hours. Super pleased with that. It's a fun paint scheme. It's easy enough to do. I think I'm definitely going to print some backpacks and some other paraphernalia for my my units of crossbowmen, because I think they need something extra. But we've got some brutes to do as well. So the brutes are looking like this, like proper knights. So I need to integrate the red and black scheme in with there. So I'm not just going to do them as like full metal with like rusted metal. They need to have a little bit of red and black in there as well. And maybe even some little bits of freehand on them. We'll see how we go. Awesome. Right. There is no raiding on YouTube Live. So I'll just have to ask you all, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't clicked the like button on the video, please click the like button, because that gives Google the information that it needs to say that you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this live session, and shows it to more people, which helps me grow the channel. So click that like button. I'd really appreciate it from you all. Check out the memberships if you'd like. No pressure. It'll all just help me keep doing what I'm doing. I do have a mortgage change coming up soon, so I may have to look at getting another job. But we'll see. I've got some big contracts maybe lined up for commissions. We'll just see how the channel grows, really. I've got 3 months, really, before I have to get another job. I'm happy to show my support whenever and for wherever I can. But thank you so much, Munchie. You're an absolute legend, mate. Yeah, big love to you. And DC17, Scat, Masher, Sync Master, all the Turnip guys that have turned up for today. Been nice and chill to play with me, DC17. We have a bit of bants, don't we, on Star Citizen? Honestly, lots of love to you all. Peace out. I'll catch you tomorrow. I'm live on Twitch tomorrow, and we'll be painting something voted for by you. I'm going to put it in the Discord now. You can pick what I paint tomorrow. All right.